Hey guys, my name is Dr. Alex Reynolds, and I am your professor for adolescent development for summer two. I just want to do a little bit of a welcome to the course and also to kind of give you an idea of how the course is run and what to expect and things like that. Now, if you've never had a course with me, I do tend to use Moodle pretty heavily, especially considering this is an online course. I will use it very, very heavily. So if you're not familiar with Moodle, or if you've never had a class that really used it, I would suggest you can go through the college's page and click on Moodle. It's a website. You can go on it and look through the class, and that will give you a good idea of how the class is sort of outlaid. So you'll notice that things are all color coded. It's a very short semester with only just a few weeks. So what I've done is I've color coded the weeks to make it easier for you to be able to navigate through the course. I do all of the assignments, all the forum posts, everything that you'll need to do for the class, all the lectures, everything will be posted on Moodle. I also use university email. Not only do I only send through my UVA Wise account, I only accept emails from my UVA Wise account. So if you, for example, send through a personal email like Gmail or Yahoo or anything like that, then I will not open the email. So it is very important that you use your UVA Wise account regularly. You check it if you need to get it set up, or if you need to figure out how to use it. Make sure you do that before the semester begins, or right at the beginning, so that you can get those emails. And I do tend to send emails regularly, especially if there's a delay or if there's something that I need to let everyone know immediately. Then that will be how I will communicate with you. There is a book that is suggested for the course. Now, can you survive, make an A in this class without the book? Absolutely. I will always highly suggest textbooks for online courses, because I do think it's very important for you to have an extra resource for you to read through. However, I do give very extensive notes. I do PowerPoints that are very thorough, maybe even slightly too thorough, hundreds of slides at some point for some material. So the good thing about the book is that you can actually use the book to make even more sense of the slides, but it is not absolutely mandatory and not necessary, and I'm not going to do a book check. So it's up to you if you want the book. I always think it's a good idea for a summer course, especially if this is not your absolute area that that you know a whole lot about. Considering that you're taking the course, I'm assuming you don't know a whole lot about it, but I do think it's a good idea to use the book and read the book throughout the semester with the material that I give. Another thing that's really important that I use that would be highly suggested for you to download is something called Zoom. And the information about Zoom is on the syllabus, how I use it and what it's called officially, so you can go in and download it. You can download it on your computer, you can download it on your phone as an app, on your tablet. And what that is essentially, it's kind of like Skype or FaceTime, where it would allow us to communicate. One thing that I do for online courses is something called a live lecture. Now, a live lecture is where I answer any questions that you may have about course material or anything that you are interested in. And I do it each week live, in person, sort of through the computer. So you can log in. You can log in through your computer if you have it downloaded on your computer. You can log in through your phone. You do not need a profile, so you can download the app without a profile. I'll actually give you a number that you would put in and you would connect to. And then you can actually communicate with me live. And these are not mandatory sessions, because I know that people's schedules are very different. And if you look on the syllabus, you'll see that it does not say that it's mandatory. But it does give you a chance to communicate with me and also other classmates. So if we have, for example, 5 or 6 people who log in during a live lecture, you guys can actually chat, or you can come on video or audio and actually ask questions in real time. So if I'm covering something and you're confused or you need to expand, then you can actually ask that at the time. I also record these. So let's say that you just simply can't make it due to work or due to being on vacation or you forgot or whatever. Those sessions are recorded and you can go back and actually watch those. Now, everything that's recorded, so if I do a live lecture and record it, I post that on Moodle, and you don't need anything special to view those. It's basically through a YouTube page. You can look at it directly on Moodle, or you can go to the YouTube page and watch it there. So you don't need anything special. You can watch it on your phone, you can watch it on your tablet, on your whatever you have. I will also do recorded lectures. So pre-recorded lectures about different material throughout the week. And you can access those whenever you want, and there's no, time on that. So I do those two types. And when you look on Moodle, you'll notice that within the first week, all of the content will be loaded for the entire course. So you can work ahead, and I encourage that. You could do every single thing in the course in a day, although I don't suggest that because you will miss out on live lectures and if you have questions, and you really want to pace yourself. It's a lot of material, a lot of reading, a lot of going over stuff. And I really suggest that you take the time to look at that, especially if this is something that you're going to use for your career, whether you're in education or psychology or nursing or whatever you may be in. So on Moodle, you'll see a syllabus and a course schedule. Syllabus is very important. It's long, it's got a lot of information, but I expect every single student to read all of it. If you ask me a question that's covered extensively in the syllabus, I'm going to just say, read the syllabus. So make sure that you read through that. You will also, within the first week, be required to take a syllabus quiz, which is exactly what it sounds like. You are literally taking a quiz about the syllabus. You can pull the syllabus up and use it to answer the questions, but it's basically to prove that you've actually read the syllabus. It'll also cover some course schedule stuff. In the syllabus, you'll see contact information for me. I do have a phone number listed. That is my office number. However, I am not on campus regularly in the summer, which is why I use Zoom. So I would not suggest calling that if you need to get a hold of me quickly, because I probably am not going to be in my office. But email works best, and I do check my email regularly. Also, if you need to meet with me and I am not able to, or you're not able to get on campus, then I can do virtual office hours through Zoom, which is basically a video chat. And I think that it's very, very helpful, and it's something that is a great way to keep in touch when you may be hundreds or thousands of miles away. You'll need to also read the course schedule because that will have a couple of different things that are really important. So one thing is that the course schedule in Moodle will have suggested due dates. You do have hard and fast due dates. Now, even though this is a sort of self-paced summer course, every single week you'll have things that are due that once they're due and they're expired, you can't access them. And I will not open something. You can't, if you email me and say, well, I was on vacation for those days or that week and I didn't get a chance to submit it, you have everything in advance. So I can't allow extensions. And because this is such a short semester, we run into the problem of not being able to finish the class. So if you know that you're going to be on vacation, or if you're working, or if you have something coming up, go ahead and work ahead and finish that test or that forum post or the video or whatever it is that you need to do prior to the due date. The suggested due dates are, these are dates that I have really thought about in terms of how to keep up throughout the week. So if you use the suggested dates, what that's going to do is it's going to keep you at a really good pace, and it's going to keep you ahead of the game. And if you go past the suggested date, it's not a big deal as long as you make it by the due date. And you will see the actual due dates not only on Moodle but also on that course schedule. Your first week, when you go onto Moodle and you look at the page, you'll notice that there are things due that first week because we have to start hard and fast because it's such a short semester. One thing that you'll need to do is the syllabus quiz that I've described before. Another thing that you'll need to do is an About Me post. So it's a forum post that you literally write about yourself. Tell me who you are, where you're from, where you're at. Your classmates will be able to read it. It'll give a chance for all of you to connect and kind of talk to sort of talk, online talk to one another and get to know each other and realize that, hey, you're not the only person taking an online class. There are other people that, you can use for support or reach out to. And you'll be getting to know your classmates through the forum posts as well. So if you do not make that About Me post within the first week, I will actually have you removed from the class. And that is because given that we only have a few short weeks, you need to demonstrate that you are participating in the course. So if you do not do any of the work for the first week, what that's doing is, first, you've missed all your first set of deadlines. But if you translate this to a full semester class, that's basically like missing 7 classes and not showing up for, the first several weeks of class. So because that translates to lack of participation, and we can actually, as professors, withdraw you from classes for lack of participation, I will have to withdraw you from the course because you'll be too far behind, missing essentially a 4th or 5th of the course from the first week. So I would suggest that you go ahead and the first few days of class, go ahead and look, or even before, go ahead and look on Moodle, look at some of the things that are due, go ahead and write it in your calendar, go ahead and pace yourself. You'll get a real quick feel. A lot of it's very repetitive in terms of what is due, but the material, hopefully you'll get a lot out of. I really love discussion, and I love some of this material is really, really neat. And really, really neat stuff to engage in conversation. Some of it's controversial, and that's kind of what you get with these sorts of courses. So I do want to remind you during forum posts to remain civil. You're actually talking to human beings, and all of you are sort of in this together, and you're all at the same level. So make sure that you remember that going in. And I do monitor the forums to make sure that they are, not getting out of hand. But the information about making forum posts is in the syllabus, and then you can take a look at that. So I wish all of you the absolute best of luck this semester and this summer. If you have any questions, you can absolutely email me. But I do suggest that you take a look at the course first, just to make sure that I don't already answer your questions somewhere throughout that material. So have a great summer, and looking forward to seeing you all virtually throughout this summer session too.